Last of Us Factions holds a special place in my heart, not only being a part of my all-time favorite game, but also being the first multiplayer game I ever played extensively. Despite it being hugely underrated, I still put a lot of time into it on both PS3 and PS4 respectively, and trust me when I say, I put a lot of time into this game.
Jesus Christ.
So with The Last of Us Part 2 underway and multiplayer being confirmed to return, I figured I would put in my 2 cents. What is going on, everyone? I'm Ethan, also known as Ragnarocked, and today we're going to be discussing 5 things that I want in The Last of Us Part 2 multiplayer. If you enjoyed this video, then a like would be super appreciated, and if you agree or disagree with any of the things I talk about in this video, or have any ideas of your own, please be sure to let me know in the comments down below, and without further ado, let's hop into number 1. One thing that always confused me with The Last of Us Factions is that there is no ranked mode to be seen, and I always thought that maybe Naughty Dog would include it in a future update, but here we are in 2019 and this is still not the case. A ranked mode would be perfect for the players who, like myself at the time, were more hardcore and skilled at the game and want to put their skills to the test. Not only that, but it would be something to keep players engaged with the game and give something more to play for, because we all know after a certain point nobody cares about the survivor camp system going on in the background, and we are simply just playing the game because we enjoy it and nothing more. If Naughty Dog adds a ranked mode into The Last of Us Part 2 multiplayer, then I hope they could add some kind of rewards for reaching higher ranks. For example, a special headgear, a mask, a gesture, or even some kind of icon to go next to my name in the lobby/matchmaking system. So instead of me looking like a level 554 no life, I can have, I don't know, a diamond next to my name to show that not only am I a level 544 no life, but I am actually a high level and actually skilled at the game. This is the most simple thing on my list, and I see no reason why Naughty Dog shouldn't add this to Part 2's multiplayer. Naughty Dog, please, give me better customization. If you're sticking with the factions theme and letting us play as hunters and fireflies again, or the new factions that will appear in Part 2, then for the love of God, let me look better than just a generic hunter with a stupid hat and mask. Yes, I understand that players still need to be able to identify me at first glance as the opposite faction, so in that case, let me pick out some blue clothing for hunters and yellow and green for fireflies, etc. Even new customization pieces that could be added, for example, some kind of charm or keychain that could hang on the backpack. Just give me more options to be unique. While we're on the topic of customization, why the hell can't I make custom names for my loadouts yet? Instead of just custom loadout 1 to 6 and then me having to look through and remember which loadout is which, please just give me the option to name them. Also, can we please get an email wheel for gestures rather than me having to pick one at a time? Especially if you're gonna make me pay for them again. I want Naughty Dog to show more support for Part 2's multiplayer than they have with past titles. It seems to be that Naughty Dog push out a few updates for their multiplayers very sporadically, then all of a sudden drop support for the game out of the blue, with no more content to come. The Last of Us Part 2 is Naughty Dog's most anticipated game to date, so I hope they can keep on top of everything when the game launches to provide better support for the game. I want faster balancing and faster bug fixes, all the while Naughty Dog actually communicating these changes with us. There's no reason why in 2019 we should have to wait months for simple things to be balanced and nerfed, or for bugs to be fixed. For example, the tactical shotgun, when that first released, that was easily one of the most overpowered weapons, and to this day still has not been changed in any way despite player complaints. Also, the look down bug that has been plaguing factions for years is still in the game, and it's such a small thing that was never fixed by them. All in all, I just want to see more frequent balance updates, bug fixes, and more communication from Naughty Dog. Now this is something that nobody can disagree with me on. The Last of Us Part 2's multiplayer needs to have free DLC, and to adopt the free-to-play style that a majority of other online games use. This will be a healthier change for the game, as it will stop frustration over pay-to-win weapons like the tactical shotgun for example, and with all weapons and future weapons free, everyone will be equal. Stop charging us for hats, masks, gestures, and maps. It's an outdated system that is not needed. Introducing an in-game currency would be a huge benefit, as it is another way to keep players engaged with the game and giving them something else to keep playing for. See where I'm going with all of these points so far? They all give you something to keep playing for. If you want that hat, play for it. If you want that cool gesture, then play for that too. But if you're too impatient and want everything as soon as it's released, then microtransactions will definitely be there to help you along should you require it. This is honestly the biggest hope I have for Part 2's multiplayer, and I would be seriously disappointed if Naughty Dog does not go in this direction. Alright, I'll save this one till last because I know it's going to be a controversial one. Before you rush down to the comments to let me know how much of a bad idea this is and that you don't want to see another Battle Royale, just hear me out first. This was first brought to my attention by Sancho West, and at first, even I was not on board with the idea, but the more I thought about it, the more and more it made sense to me. A Battle Royale mode would fit perfectly in the setting of The Last of Us, while other Battle Royales out there such as Fortnite and Apex Legends each do the formula well in their own rights. The one thing that never made sense to me about those games were, what were the characters fighting for? Why did they want to be the last one standing? None of them have a solid answer for that question I have. The Last of Us is about surviving by any means necessary, and I think a Battle Royale mode makes perfect sense and could tie in perfectly with the Survivor Camp system if they bring it back. I would say to have it on a smaller scale than other BRs out there and opt for a 32 player match per se. That way it's not constant fighting and you can still have the intense moments we have come to love from factions, but just on a much grander scale. I feel like a Battle Royale mode in the setting of The Last of Us could have so much potential, and I truly believe it could be something special if Naughty Dog could pull it off. With that being said, that has been 5 things that I would like to see in The Last of Us Part 2's multiplayer. That's gonna wrap the video up, guys. As I said before, leave a comment down below if you have any ideas of what you want to see in The Last of Us Part 2's multiplayer, and leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and be sure to subscribe for more because I might do more content like this in the future. It's pretty fun. I've been Ethan, also known as Ragnarocked, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!